Right. Oh, so today we're going to talk brushes, and mainly because I've just bought a new one, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot, and I think as far as florals go, it's going to be really nice. Really nice for leaves. So we're going to talk brushes. So these are some of my favourite ones. Actually, we'll take that out because we're going to talk about that one later. Some of my favourite ones, and you'll know that if you come to a workshop, grab one. Um, we always use a mop brush, so I they're just a great brush, a great all-rounder is as a mop brush. They come they go up to a really nice point. Let me show you. There you go. That's a wet one. They're a great brush. A mop brush is a good all-rounder. So if you buy a kit from me, you will get a mop brush in it. They're a really good all-rounder. You know, and just a nice round brush. I think I've got a few sizes. There's a few sizes in irregular round brushes. It's a 4, an 8, and a 12. So we're going to have a play with those. So you can get to know the different brushes, how the shapes work, and what you use the shape for. And that sort of all stemmed from this new brush that I have that I just bought. So this is a dagger brush, and beautiful for leaves. I'm really surprised. I had a bit of a play with it when I got home, and yeah, I really like it. So let's turn it down. We'll go down to the I've got my sketchbook out today, so we'll go down and let's get into it. Let me show you. There we are. Okay. All right. Let me know. Hopefully you can see that. All right. Let me know if you're on. Let me know so I can see your comments and that you can see everything. All right, so I've got my sketchbook here. This is my Etcher Lab sketchbook that I do love. I love the paper, I love the book. They're 300 DSM, so it means I can paint on both sides of my book. So that's why I love this one. Anything in 300 DSM, you can paint on both sides. Righto. So this is a dagger. This brand is a Neef, and I got it from Senior Art Supplies in Melbourne. Dropped in there because I was in the city. So it's called a dagger brush, and this is a 1/2 inch dagger brush. So you can see the shape of it. It's a brush that I haven't used in my kit at all, ever, because I had one and I struggled with it. So this is the dagger brush that I had. It's bigger, so it's a 3/8 of an inch, 3/8, but it's longer, and I still struggle with it. It's a beautiful brush, same brand, but getting it to make the mark that I wanted it to make was difficult. So that's why I hadn't gone and bought another one, but this one works for me. So it's always a little bit of trial and error. So other brush shapes is this one. So that's a round one. That's called a filbert brush. There we go. Yeah, that round one is a filbert brush, and then there's this one, which is a flat shader. So it has just a square brush. They come in different sizes. Let me show you some more sizes in that one. There you go. They're all the same. Just nice square brushes. There you go. Really good for washes and different petals, different shapes. Yeah, but this is the brush. So I'm gonna paint some leaves, and you might think that's fairly boring, but let's play. All right, so I've got my water here. You can see, there we go. Might be better. All right. I've even got flowers on my desk. Look, hope you can see that. Look, I grew that. They're my first flowers out of my garden. There you go. Side note, I'm not a gardener. All right, let's play. When I've been mixing up my greens lately, I should be more organised. This is like an olivey green, and then I've been mixing it with this, which is a really dark viridian green. I'm liking the colour it's making. So let's start with that, fairly watery. Righto, so you can see I've loaded up my brush with quite a bit of paint in there. And let me show you what this brush can do. By using the brush to make the mark. So every brush makes a different mark. So let's see what I can do with this. And by pulling and pushing, there you go. I can also use it straight on to get that sort of leaf. Some more sideways. Oops, it's a bit dry. And I've got a different leaf. Let me show you. Long and up. It's really great for going, straight down. If I'm doing a stem that I want really straight, beautiful mark. Some hair in there. Let's make it watery. I was playing just before, and I can bring my leaf over like that. So now it's got, there we go. By just moving the brush in different directions, there we are. There you go. Lots of different marks. Let's go with some flowers. So using the brush to make a flower. Really red. There we go. There we are. Okay, let's make some flowers. I used it to make, just grab, there we are. Oh, got a random hair coming, different hair. What was I doing? Petals. Just by using the brush to make the mark. Twisting. Flat, twist, flat, twist. There we go. And then I can use it to make just some extra swishy sort of petals coming out. There you go. Give it a stem. Back into my green. And some leaves. There we are. Same brush for the whole flower. There you are. I think it would make, okay, I'm thinking bird of paradise. There's orange. I reckon it'd make a really nice bird of paradise. Let's just slide up a little bit more. Bird of paradise. I think my arm's not the way. One this way. There we are. Kind of have a. I'm going to make a mess here. No. Back into the green. There we are. Bit of red in that. A bit of red into there. stamen. Just put that up here. There you go. A very quick, kind of loose. Let me grab a tissue. Pull up some of that orange, and there you go. Thought it'd make nice bird of paradise, but you know, it's loose. It's not perfect. You can use the tip. It needs a bit of green in it. Go dark. It certainly holds enough. It holds a lot of water. That was a bit much. Nice bird of paradise leaf. They're big chunky kind of leaves. There we are. Bird of paradise. It's not ideal, but oh, you know. Yeah, I'm liking the marks you can make with this one. There we are. All right. So I just want to show you some of the marks that some of the other brushes make. So that's a dagger brush. New to my collection, I do love it. So while we're here, I'll show you some of the other brushes. So this is the filbert brush. Let me show you. I do have a big one. So this is the big one. That's a number 12 filbert brush. So nice and rounded on the top. This is a number 8. This is a number 12. So there's a big difference, but different brushes. There we go. I've got one in this one. It's another one as well. Haven't used that one yet. Another brand, round. Let me show you I'll show you with this one because it's going to show you a bigger mark. This is the mark with the filbert brush. It makes beautiful, you know, if you're going to make petals. This one's not as good quality, but it still does the job. So that's a filbert brush, and you can use it on its side. Let's go to the other one, the smaller one. Okay, filbert brush. If you're going to make daisies, where will I go? Down here. There you go, daisies. Another layer around. I'll give you just a beautiful mark. So that's using the brush to make the mark. There you go. And there's a daisy. So using the brush to make the mark. That's a round brush. That's given me that beautiful round mark. I used it on a kookaburra the other day for kookaburra feathers. It gave me a really pretty mark. So if you're thinking of what you want to achieve, the mark, and get the right brush. That's what I'm getting at. What else have I got here? Let's have another play with this one. So this was the dagger brush as well. Let's see. I'm still going to struggle with it. Holds a lot of paint. There we go. Let me see. It doesn't come, I don't know. Can I make a leaf? No. See? What was I thinking? No. Okay, if anyone can tell me how to work this one, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Hi Christy, thanks for joining. Yeah, if anyone else can figure out how to make that one work, I just can't make it. It's too soft. I think from how I like, yeah. No, I'm just dragging paint around. I don't know. So that's the same. It's a dagger brush, but it's just not working for me. Must be me. Round brushes, plain brushes. Let me show you what, there we go. This is a beautiful brush as well. Let's go into some orange. I can get a nice point. There you go. So I can get a nice point. I can do a wash. Let me do another one. Pick up a bit more. Another petal this way. There we are. So you can do a nice side wash with this one, but you can also get a nice point as well. So every brush is different, and they're all going to give you different marks as well. So I hope that's helped you. I can always tell you, different brands all handle differently. As far as brushes go, they talk about the snap of a brush, and that is how the bristles come back to place as well. So that has a beautiful snap back to its point as well. So that's part of the snap, that if anyone ever says to you and you're wondering what it is, that's what it is. It's the snap of the brush. When you brush something and it comes back up again. Yeah, see that one? I don't know. Wash brushes, beautiful, and they hold a lot of paint, a lot of water in a wash brush. So it's going to give you a nice. You paint that first in there. Beautiful marks. Have enough paint to fill it up. Beautiful wash. There we go. Great for doing backgrounds, blending and things. There you go, beautiful. All right, well, that's my little chat for a Friday afternoon. We're talking brushes, and I think my new favourite is this one. It's just a Teflon, so it's not, it's a synthetic brush. I like it. That's got a really good snap. It comes back straight up. So yeah, it's a bit of a surprise. I wasn't going to buy it, but I decided I needed it, and I'm glad I did. Lots of really, pretty marks. Finish that off. There we go. Go that way and that way, and I've got a beautiful mark. I really like the variety of marks that I can get, with it. I can use it forwards, I can pull, I can push, twist it. I can use just the tip and get a most beautiful fine line as well. Back in. Pick up some more green. There we are. Let's do some more leaves. So I could do a leaf, I could do a stem, and then like a palm leaf. It's giving me palm leaf vibes like that. Do another stem, and I can do bigger ones by using it that way still, but going two strokes on it. There we are. And then I can also make it a bit darker. What else can we do? Make another stem and have just marks this way as well. They're just little leaves all the way. There you go. So next time you're painting, think about your brushes and what the mark that brush will make. I think for me, the most definite marks are that one and the filbert brush. It's a definite round mark with the filbert brush. It's a definite round which is really nice, and you can use that, makes beautiful daisies. There you go. Thank you for joining me. I hope that has made you look at your brushes differently. My favourite at the moment, my favourite brand is a Princeton brush, but yeah, the Neef brush, that's really nice as well. They're all beautiful. Buy what you can afford. Start with just your basics. These are my thing of basics brushes, and it's just a bit of a new collection that I've put together of pretty much every different brush. That's a fan brush. We haven't talked about that one today. Fan brush probably needs its whole video all to itself because it's so much you can do with it. You've probably all seen me use a really fine rigger brush, which is just something really fine like that. Another one of my favourites. So I certainly do have a bit of a brush collection, and if you see me at a workshop, I do come with a big container of brushes, so that you have the choice of doing whatever you would like. So thanks for joining today. I hope that's been of any interest to you. I certainly did buy a few other little supplies that I'm just working on doing some videos. I did one on some, oh here we are, some new gold paint that I picked up as well, which was really nice. So there's a video of that. I did a quick one on Instagram of that yesterday. So that's new. I have a new pen as well. That. Can't get the lid. Oh, it's a screw. There we are. So this is the Pilot Parallel pen. So we're going to do a bit of work with that. We'll figure that one out first. I got some gel pens. There you go. We'll try a new brand of gel pen. They're always fairly interesting to work with. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So we'll figure those out. Anyway, that's about it for me today. It's Friday afternoon. I'm pretty much done in the office today. I'll be painting over the weekend. If you're joining me on Sunday, we're going to have a whole lot of fun. But yeah, I'm painting some greeting cards, so I'm going to use my new favourite brush. Anyway, hope to see you maybe next Friday or at a workshop somewhere soon. See you soon. Bye.